Okay. Hey everybody, it's Missy, and I am filming a thread tutorial today. I've had a lot of you ask me to please do a real-time tutorial on how I use thread on my layouts, and so that's what I'm going to do today. And it's definitely not high-tech and it's not professional. It's really easy, and I think the key is to use thread that comes on spools like this, because it's you know, when it comes off, it's pretty straight. It's not bunched up, and you don't have to worry about it creasing or, you know, pinching together. It's going to loop very easily because it's nice and straight. So I'm going to do a sample here for you. These are just some 3x4 Project Life type cards that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby from Me and My Big Ideas, and I just picked 3 different colors and patterns here that I would typically use if I was going to use these for layers behind my photo. So if I was going to do something like this, let's see. And I just play around with this because, you know, everybody layers in a different way. I would probably have mixed media stuff going on here. But if this was how I was going to have these cards laid out, let's see here. So the least amount of color that you see here, other than the black and white, is the pink. So what I would want to do probably is get pink thread, because I would want to add another pop of pink, since that's the least amount of color that you see here. So all I do is I take about 3 arms length of the thread off, and I cut it off, and so as you can see, it's just a big hot mess. All I do is I just sort of start to loop it together. I mean, it is definitely not technical. I just kind of start to bunch it up a little bit. Careful not to squeeze any of it, because I don't want it to get a crease in it. I want it to stay nice and loopy. And so it's going to start to look like this. And I like to pull one of the ends out because I like the look of a whimsy little piece of thread going out. And I just keep picking at it, and I have to cut a lot of this out of my videos when I do a process video, because it does take some time, and you know, I don't want you to have to sit through watching me do that every 5 seconds. So let's say if I was going to put this over here, I just want to tuck it under, and then I just kind of pull at it and play with it until I get it exactly like I want it. And it depends on how much you want to show through. I mean, if you want just a little bit of thread, then that's what you've got already. Now, obviously there's more under there, so if you wanted to pull it out, you could do more. It just depends on the look you're going for. I kind of like to have just a little bit showing through there, like so. And you can pick some up, pull it up from the top, and then when I glue it down, when I get it just like I like it, you know, I'm not going to glue this down because I'm just playing around here, but I just lift my paper, squirt some glue, and then I push it down, and that keeps it in place. And it's very easy. I mean, you just have to pick at it and play with it until you get it just so. Now, when I want to use a flare button, this is another little way to do it. I'll use some blue here just to contrast. I usually, again, I'll pull 3 big pulls on the thread. Now to make a circle, I pull it, I know I'm zoomed in here, but I pull it apart and then loop it together, and I pull again, and it's almost like I'm making a ponytail with a ponytail holder. Sometimes if one side's too long, I just turn it in my hands until it's a messy circle. It's not neat. If you can see that thread there, it's kind of messed up right here. And I just twist it and pull it, twist it and pull it, And as you can see, it's still messy. It's not a perfect circle, but I like it that way. And okay, so now when I've got the smallest circle, that's obviously too small for my flare button. So when I get my circle, I just kind of, again, pull at it a little bit, tuck some under, because I want it to show. And again, I like to pull a little end piece out. And then I would stick it down right where I want it. Oh, and see, sometimes that happens. The circle comes apart. And that's when you throw a hissy fit, because you have to fix it again. No, I'm just kidding. But again, you just pull at it, and sometimes you just have to redo it if you mess up. But it's supposed to look messy. I mean, it's not supposed to look perfectly neat, I think. This is just the way I do it. There's no right or wrong way. This is just how I do it. So, and see, that might be too loose. You may want to tighten it up. So if that happens, just pull it up and redo it. See, now my circle's gotten all messy. So I'm just going to try to stick my fingers through there and make it a circle again. And you may need to just straighten it out and start over. This is turning into a big tangled mess. So that's what I'll do. It happens. See, now it's in a knot. That's okay. Now it's tied together. Just redo it. Twist and pull. Twist and pull. Create that circle. Tuck the knot that I was not supposed to make underneath it all. I've got a circle again. Put it down. And there you go. So now I've got that little pop of blue, and I've got a nice little end piece here that's just kind of messy and sticking out there. And then I would glue that down, and I just stick my glue underneath it, put a lot of it under there, and I just hold it down until it is dry. And then that's how that's going to work. That's how I do it. It's definitely not technical. Now let me show you really quick. If you're going to work with metallic threads, silver or gold, I do the same thing. It's just a little more difficult because the texture is different. The metallic element in this makes this thread a little stiffer, and so it does not want to loop as easy as this kind of thread. So I would do the same thing, pull about 3 big pulls, and you don't have to do 3. You may only do 2. It just depends. And again, just start to group it together. And as you can see here, I hope you can see it, it's wanting to straighten out. It does not want to stay looped as much. It's a little harder to contain. So you just kind of have to fold it a little bit, and it's a little unruly. I'll just put some here on the other side just for demonstration's sake. I would stick it under there and kind of put some pressure on it. And if you want your end piece to come out, I have both end pieces this time. And sometimes it just naturally curls the way you want it to go, but it just takes a little bit of practice, and I would again glue that down. You may not want this end piece to come out. I usually like just one, but it depends. And see, as soon as you lift it up, the loops start to come wild. And so that's how I would do that. And none of this is glued down, but you can kind of see that's how I go for it. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if this explained things for you. If not, I will be more than happy to do this again. So let me know what you think. Give me any questions or comments, and let me know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.